Hello, my name is Julian Cox. I'm Head of Employment London at BLM. Welcome to the third in our series of vlogs, Life After Lockdown, the return to the workplace from an employment law perspective. So, last week, the government published its 8 workplace guidances in conjunction with industry, mapping out a roadmap for employers returning to work and what the workplace needed to look like from a health and safety point of view. But from an employment law perspective, what are the considerations that employers need to be thinking about? What about an employee that says that they have worked more effectively from home during lockdown, or an employee who is nervous about returning to work and they're not confident that the workplace is COVID secure? What does the law say about that? Well, employers need to be particularly careful to avoid claims of unfair dismissal. In the case of the employee that says that they've successfully worked from home, they may be able to argue, pointing to the guidance, that employers should be doing as much as reasonably possible to facilitate continuing to work from home. And in the case of employees that are saying that they are concerned about whether the workplace is COVID secure, the employer needs to be aware that a dismissal on health and safety grounds or for whistleblowing could be deemed an automatically unfair dismissal. You don't even need to have the 2-year qualifying period to claim unfair dismissal in such circumstances. And the liability on an unfair dismissal case is high, up to £86,444 or a year's salary, whichever is the lower figure in the case of loss of earnings, and up to £15,750 of basic award, which is calculated in precisely the same way as statutory redundancy entitlement. An additional level of peril is provided by the fact that in the case of vulnerable employees, and they're categorised as either extremely vulnerable or vulnerable under the guidelines, so extremely vulnerable, that could include a cancer sufferer, vulnerable could be someone with an underlying health condition, that they may be afforded protection under the Equality Act, so they may have protected characteristics as disabled. And that also imposes on employers the duty to make reasonable adjustments in the workplace, and that's quite an onerous obligation. Also, in the case of vulnerable employees, that could be someone that's over the age of 70, so age discrimination may play a part. Now, of course, in discrimination cases, there is no cap on the level of compensation employees can claim. And there's also injury to feelings to consider, and that's banded between £900 and £45,000 currently. Add on top of that the potential for aggravated damages, and you can see that the level of liability could be very, very high for the unwary employer. So we strongly recommend at BLM that you should be taking considered legal advice before dismissing any employee that's been difficult in relation to return to work. And at BLM, we're offering a free half-an-hour consultation, either by video conference or by telephone, to help you through such issues or any issues you may have in relation to return to the workplace. If you want to take advantage of that offer, then please follow the link at the end of this video. Next, we'll begin to, in our series of vlogs, we're going to be looking at life after lockdown and the extension to the furlough scheme. So please do stay tuned.